Hi, my name is Shifa Saltagi Safadi, and I'm the author of Getting Between, the National Book Award-winning book about a young boy who loves football, as well as my upcoming Sisters Alone, my second novel in verse about two sisters stuck home alone in a blizzard. And today, for Poetry Month, my tip is going to be to try haikus. Haikus are a really interesting way of writing where you typically have 3 lines where the top line and the third line are the same syllable and the middle line is different. I've seen forms of 3 syllables, 5 syllables, and 3, and I've also seen 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5. Typically, I think the 5-7-5 format is more popular, and I wanted to use an example today to show how powerful haikus can be. Haikus, the best way to think about them for myself and learn them is to think of them as like a snapshot, kind of like a picture. So it's a way to slow down the plot, show a snapshot of an image, and have the reader pause and really reflect on this image. And I love when I read novels in verse that have haikus because they do this imagery very well and force the reader to stop. And while the syllables are general parameters, feel free to have fun with haikus and see if you want to make up your own type. Honestly, I am very open to seeing new forms and stretching boundaries in poetry, and I don't see why not. Today's book that I'm going to use to illustrate haikus is Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson, one of my favorite novels in verse of all time. And Jacqueline has such gorgeous mastery of language. And in this book, she uses haikus, like I said, every once in a while to illustrate snapshots of her life. And most of them are titled How to Listen, which I really loved that they were even sequential as well. On page 82, this haiku is titled How to Listen number 2. In the stores downtown, we're always followed around just because we're brown. And as you can tell, in the stores downtown is 5. We're always followed around 7, just because we're brown, 5. And it's a 5-7-5 haiku, but also there's assonance with downtown, followed, and brown, so that ow sound, and it follows each other, so you have those like words following each other and on top of each other in the lines, and it just gives you an image. In the stores downtown, we're always followed around because we're brown, and it makes you pause and be in the moment with this book and think about how that makes the narrator feel, the main character. And it makes you really reflect on this experience, this very common experience with Black and brown people. And it makes you think about it as a reader, which increases its power. So I encourage you to check out this book and try haikus on your own because haikus can be a powerful way to make your reader listen when you speak. Okay, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the tip of the day.